Hey everybody, just want to let you know there's a new coupon code for February. DH Games released their monthly code and it's IHLIGHT2021. It's spelled right here on the screen, IHLIGHT2021. You get 500 gems and 5 heroic scrolls. So just want to make sure everybody was aware of that. Valid until February 28th. So make sure you use it. I know some people are really on top of their codes. They always get them. I know other people don't always know they're around. So I just want to let everybody know about them. So the other thing I wanted to do for this video was do what I call community service. I'm trying to think of ideas about content for what I can make videos of, questions I can answer for people. So I thought a good way to do that might be to go to the weekly event mega thread on the subreddit for Idle Heroes. And we're not going to be sorting by best here. That's no fun. We're definitely going to be sorting by new. See what the people of Reddit are asking. So our first question comes from JZ Yillen. What's wrong with my team? I have a 7-star Demon Hunter, a 6-star Queen, 6-star Emily, a 6-star Dominator, a 5-star Vesta, and a 5-star Berea. Is there a certain order each of them should be in because I feel like I'm doing something wrong? So I would say if you're a person asking a question like this, you're a very early game player. It may not feel like you're super early because you don't have just a team of 5-stars at this point. And I know early on it feels like even just getting one 5-star or a few 5-stars feels like an accomplishment. But in the grand scheme of things, this person is early on in the game. And what they're doing is fine. Building 6-stars and 5-stars, that's all good because eventually, you know, what I'll say is all these heroes are bad. You don't actually want any of these heroes long term. Dominator has some uses, Emily has some uses, but realistically, you don't really want to be using any of these heroes long term. But what you can do is always use them for food. And that's if they're a 5-star, a 6-star, a 9-star, or a 10-star. So one mistake I would say this person did make is using a 7-star Demon Hunter. There's really no reason to build that unless you have enough copies to get the 9 stars, which this person will eventually have to do in order to use them as food. So responding to this person, I'm basically telling them they're early on in the game. Try not to worry about PvP. As you get better heroes, you can use what you've made as food. And that I do try to answer his question a little bit, that really Dominator and Emily are heroes that you want to die. So you can put them in slots 1 and 3 so that they can trigger their abilities and make the rest of your team do more damage. Reply. Okay, our next comment is by Android Arm 7231. They have an Android processor with this profile ID on server 70. Please, my account was stolen by an obscure person, and I'd like to take it back. Thank you already. If anybody knows what this con is, feel free to let me know. If you're the obscure person, shame on you. Make sure to give the account back to appropriate arm 7231. So we're going to just say best of luck to them. Reply. Okay, next comment, Dude Thulu. They have an E5 Terra, Carrie, and Gustin, with an E4 Sherlock, and E1 Russell, and Aspen. What monster should I aim for? I've always run Phoenix and realizing I should revisit that. Was looking at Deer or Dragon, but unsure if another choice would be better. So this person's really looking at their second pet. And so realistically, Phoenix is one of the best pets you can be using in PvE content. But right now, the Sphinx is the best pet you can be using for PvPs. And they don't even mention the Sphinx here. So we're going to respond and let them know that if they're aiming for PvP, they should be building the Sphinx. If they want to work on more PvE content, I would probably go with the Deer. So here we go. Reply. Okay, our next question comes from Historical Borders 78. Guys, how do you get so many copies of Light Dark Heroes? I finished all of my Seal Lands except for Light Dark because I only have enough copies to E5 Dow Smoke. So if this applies to you where you're struggling to get 9 copies of a Light Dark hero, what I would say is you really need to be saving up for the big heroic summon events. You really need to be saving up for Chinese New Year, for Christmas, and for anniversary. That's going to be your easiest way typically to get 9 copies of a hero. Along with that, there's obviously events that allow you to pick up a Light Dark hero here or there. You can obviously get one in the shelter usually a few weeks after the hero is released. And you can also get them from the shop within Seal Land. This person, though, hasn't cleared a Seal Land 20, so it's not really worth them farming those to get those Light Dark Elite shards. And your odds are not going to be super good either way. So really, it is definitely challenging to get more copies, but definitely saving for those big Heroic Scroll events will help you. So I say save for Heroic Scroll events to get the 9 copies right away. Try to get them from shelter whenever possible. For example, we have a bunch of light heroes come up for Chinese New Year. And if they can clear Solan 20 Dark with just some 10 stars, which are only 5 copies of heroes, so they could go that route. Reply. Just real quick, we got a question from Giga Trottle. Is Gru worth building? To say you might as well, you can use them for food later. So easy question, easy answer. Okay, the final question I wanted to address was from Super Pope 8. A couple of my accounts are reaching the 400 relic mark. I'm a little unsure about what to do with them now. My accounts are generally centered around Garuda, Inosuke, or Tix. All have at least 2 E5. Some have also developed Light and have a 10-star or higher Russell. Currently, I have regular Antlers, Punisher, and Kiss of Ghost in most of my teams. A few have a single upgraded Punisher or Kiss of Ghost. I've been looking at Augustus Magic Ball, but I'm just not sure what to buy to increase my PvP effectiveness, especially since A and B won't start out that good until I get another copy and upgrade it with Ormus. So I wanted to say that Super Pope 8 is on the right track, and they're aware that we really need to be spending our relics on pay-to-win artifacts now, and that's the best use for them. So they just want to know what they should be spending them on. They asked specifically about for PvP what they should be using, and they do mention that some of their Punishers are upgraded. I'm not going to get into too much with them about how really upgrading Punisher can have better long-term benefits by possibly letting their Tixes clear higher in the Void Vortex and get more resources. They're asking about PvP and what artifact they should get. And in my mind, this really only comes down to 2 artifacts, maybe 3. You could consider Demon Bell if you don't have very many magic sources, but personally, I don't think that's the way you want to go if you're spending 400 relics. You really want to be looking at 2 artifacts. One of them is the Augustus Magic Ball that they talked about, and the other one is the Crown. So I will say that Crown, I believe, is a better artifact by its own. So if you don't plan on upgrading this artifact at all, I would go the route of Crown. Crown is just good on a lot of heroes and will always be good on a lot of heroes. It gives you tankiness and it gives you attack. So it's just an all-around solid artifact. That being said, if I was this person, I would definitely get the Augustus Magic Ball, the A and B. They call out, that it's not great until it gets upgraded. And that's true. Like, it's not amazing until it gets upgraded, but it's still one of the best artifacts you can be buying and putting on your heroes. Speed is just incredibly important, and it's still the best speed artifact in the game, other than maybe Receptor on some heroes. So even though it gets much better as it's upgraded, by itself, it's still amazing on Carry, it's amazing on Drake, it's good on Russ, even not upgraded. Especially when you're in this mid-game situation, lower mid-game situation like this person is, I would definitely get the A and B still. Everybody is always like, well, it's going to take me a while to upgrade. It's like, yeah, but you do need to get that first copy at some point, right? So I would definitely go with the A and B. So I'm telling Super Pope 8, I'd go with A and B if you're concentrating on PvP. Speed is everything. It's still one of the best artifacts for speed and great on many champions. It might take a while to upgrade, but you have to start somewhere. And reply. Hopefully you all make sure to use that coupon code. Hopefully you had fun answering questions with me on Reddit and remembering what it's like to be a new player. Maybe you are a new player and maybe answering those questions helped you out some. Definitely getting excited for Tussilago. I thought we were going to get details about her 2 or 3 days ago, so I'm just eagerly anticipating. The goal is to not look up the video at all and get my raw reaction to the hero as soon as the video is released. So I'll be releasing that whenever that video comes out, and I will see you all later.